Hello, my name is Craig Thompson Wood. I'm your host, and for this Triad25 the Duel of Ages Triad25 campaign. That's what it is. And I am excited for this turn because there's some really interesting things starting to happen now. This turn promises to be a very exciting one for Team White. We'll see what happens with Team Black afterwards, how they might react to some of the things going on. But I mean, definitely for Team White, some very big and interesting things coming up here. I have planned out everything that I'm going to be doing for Team White, and so without any further ado, let's get right to it. Starting off, free action phase. As always, so look at the phases. Free action phase is first. And in the free action phase, Dr. Panopoulos is a bit of a free action connoisseur here. He's got like 3 different free actions he can do. Now, first free action can give one of unrevealed cards to any alleyway on the map. The card he has is nothing that's really worth passing off right now, so he's just going to hold off on that, doing that. Then next, somebody in his space can challenge versus 5 on an intellect. So he is going to not do that right now, considering, actually, well, I suppose we can, because I mean, I'm going to be doing his next action as well, the once per game where you can move an ally on the map to his space, because you know what, he's in the base now, so might as well move somebody else in there to help just mess things up. The poor black base is just getting destroyed this turn. If the white team has anything to say about it, the black base is just going to be a mess. So let's reach all the way across the table here. Bring the camera along. I just figured this guy, he's slow. I mean, he's moving 6 now because they have increased the speed here, but even still, like, he's not going to be able to catch Sven the Netmender before Sven gets away. So thought, you know what? Let's put him some really good use. So putting him down there. So now I could still in the free action phase, test Reaver Mark 7's intellect versus 5 to see if he can give himself a bonus experience marker. But I'm just, Sheridan only has 1, but it doesn't say anywhere that he's limited to only 1. So I might just do Sheridan again. Just only because you see here, Reaver Mark 7, his intellect is only 3. So, not a great score. So I think we'll just go with Sheridan and have the better chance at it. And as always, I am reshuffling all of the challenge cards for the start of each round. And so it is looking. It's a challenge of an intellect with a challenge of 5 versus Sheridan's intellect of 6. So it's attacker better by 1, and Sheridan's not going to be using his experience point. He could use it at this point if he wanted to, but that's kind of counterproductive. And it is a success. So Sheridan is getting another experience marker. So put it there. Now, one thing I was thinking about was using that ability to bring Benedict Arnold in, because then Benedict Arnold in the free action phase could trade his camel, giving it to Sheridan, who is good with mounts like that, giving him bonus movement. So he'd have like an 8 movement, which is good, but then Benedict Arnold in there is not as good as Reaver Mark 7 to do other stuff. And Benedict Arnold's also almost right there anyway, like to get in. So I thought, you know what, let's just, maybe at some other point they can trade off like that or something. We'll figure it out, but for now, I just felt this was the best way to go. Okay, so that is going to be it for the free actions then. So I'm going to then go on to the movement. So in the movement phase, so starting with Panopoulos, I think he's well set to take on stealing from the vault, because it's a wits challenge. You can see here, it's a 5 wits challenge to break into the vault. So he's going to do that. He's going to try and break into the vault, steal all their items, and just start like giving them out like Christmas presents to everybody. Ace Cannon. Now, Ace Cannon sees a poor defenseless girl over there, so he's going to do the gentlemanly thing and attack her. Because he's a tough guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he's... I mean, otherwise he's wasting a turn just hanging out there, and Elgato is right there too, right? So he doesn't want to necessarily be exposed himself right now. I mean, I guess Elgato could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, see, even Elgato can't reach him. Excuse me. Elgato has a 7 movement, but is not going to make it from that dome to Ace Cannon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, he'll be adjacent, but not quite there. Okay, and then Sheridan. So now Sheridan is just looking to mess things up here in the base. So he's got his highest stats that are of any note are the honor. Sorry, I'm forgetting the things here. Honor and respect. So he's got a 7 honor and a 7 respect. So that would be the vortex, or just busting the high gate here so that anybody can walk in. And that's not a bad idea. Just making it so that people can do that. No, but you know what? The vortex he's going to be better by 2 if he does the vortex. So let's just break as many things in the base as we can. And then Reaver Mark 7 is, his great thing is strength. So he's going to come down here. He's going to break up the prison. Okay, and sorry, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I'm going out of order of the respect. So Benedict Arnold will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he'll be stopped there by the gate. So he's going to try and make his way through the gate here. Robin Hood. Now, one thing I was looking at is what do you do? Because Robin Hood, I was saying, well, he's going to take him a long time to run anywhere else. So it's going to be a bit of a waste for him now that the white have a thing here. But I was always under the impression that you could only ever have one thing. It said, but what it says, you can only have one color of one team in one track. Nothing saying that you can't have multiple tokens on the thing. So Team White could have, white tokens in all 3 parts of the labyrinth. So I think that's exciting. So he is going to take on this one. And again, I've kind of, full disclosure, I've been kind of avoiding the +1 ADV because I didn't know what it was. And I kept I'll look it up later. And I kept forgetting to look it up. But what it is +1 adventuring. So any adventuring that they do, it's going to be +1. That's huge. That is really good. So speed, I think, is really good. Hit, if you want to be fighty, but I don't necessarily think that a lot of this group is terribly fighty. But the adventuring, for sure, I think that's great. So going to go for the adventuring here. All right. That's Benedict Arnold, Robin Hood, Leah Vestry. So Leah Vestry, number 1, she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the labyrinth here. But she moves 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So while, again, I don't think hit is necessarily the one I would choose, that's just where she can reach with her current movement, and I don't want to. I mean, she could be coming in trying to do more damage to the thing. She's got a 7 stealth. She could try and break the main gate, or at least break into the main gate. But we're going to just leave it there. Let's just try and get some labyrinth points too. I think Team White is pretty guaranteed to get the base points for this this turn, but it's labyrinth points too. Every labyrinth is worth its own point. Excuse me. And then Leah Vestry, number 2, with her 7 movement, is over here. And she is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's see. So for Ancient, we only have Robin Hood on the team. So hitting, he's not going to fight unless he can find some sort of ranged weapon. He has 6 movement, could be good with 7. Adventuring, what is he going to do more? Let's give him some movement, right? So we're going to go for the movement thing here because she's got a good react. She's got a react of 7, so she's got a good chance with this this very difficult dragon, who's been giving everybody a hard time. Let's see if she's any more successful than they have been. So that's both Leah Vestries, and then Reaver Mark 7. Reaver Mark 7, like I said, got ahead of myself and already moved him down to the vault. Got a little bit excited for what's going on in the black base there. All right, so that is it. So, I skipped the fire phase because nobody had anything to fire. So the move phase is now over. So the op fire phase. So we do have an op fire. As Leah Vestry came running out along here, She probably knew this was going to happen, seeing as Bill Hickok is sitting up here on the mesa, poking his face out of the hut here, and he fires his gun. So he reveals that he has a compression rifle. So the compression rifle is, he's like I said, familiar with lots of different kinds of weapons, but not this particular kind of high-tech rifle. So he's not getting any bonuses to hit with this. So it's going to be his point of 9 versus her stealth of 7. So there's going to be no other bonuses because he's shooting her when she's just out in the open here. He's not going to shoot her while she's still in there. And of course, the water is providing no cover as he's shooting over top, and also being on top of the mesa gives him clear line of sight to everything. So attacker better by 2. So attacker better by 2 is a hit. So she's been hit by the rifle. It is a penetrate of 9, but only damage of 1. So penetrate of 9 to her armor of 2 is attacker better by 7. Attacker better by 7 is +1 damage. So she's taken 2 wounds. So we have first blood to Team Black. So I will put a little 2 wound token. So I count up. So this is how many wounds that has been taken. So on her one sheet now, she has 2. Just thinking now, how am I going to differentiate between number 1 and number 2? So I'm putting this on the left side. So left side is for number 1. Let me just show what I've done here. So left side is for number 1. Right side will be for number 2. Oh, just checking the range. So it's 8 range, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he's got plenty of range. So 8 range on the compression rifle. So and 4 strength, 4 intelligence. He has both. So yeah, just making sure Bill Hickok is capable of using it. I don't want to screw that one up. All right, so that is it for the op fire. There was no other op fires to happen. Let's see. No. Karina Carl's daughter. No, she's... and everybody else is in domes. Actually, Dr. Ulf here could have seen Leah Vestry running by, but she doesn't have anything. So that is it. Nobody else had anything to op fire. So we can finish the op fire phase and go on to melee. And there is no melee. Or is there? Yes, there is. There is a melee. We have a melee over here. We have Ace Cannon attacking Karina Carl's daughter. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so we start off, for initiative, we look at the wits. And we see that... Ace Cannon has a wits of 6 to Karina Carl's daughter's wits of 5. So he is going first. He has a combat of 4 to her react of 5. So it is a defender better by 1. Defender better by 1 is a miss. So he has missed his attack against her. And in retaliation, she's going to hit him back. She has a combat of 5 to his reactive 6. So again, defender better by 1. And defender better by 1 is a hit. That's what you get, Ace Cannon. How dare you? She was minding her own business. 3 penetrate with 2 damage to his 3 armor. So it's attacker better by 0. Attacker better by 0 is -2 damage. So she's done no damage to him. So she hit him, but ineffectually. So that was the melee, the one and only melee. So let's move it back here. And now we go on to the adventuring. So adventuring, I'm going to start up here. I'm going to keep the base till last because the base is, to me, by far the most exciting. So we'll do Leah Vestry, Robin Hood. We'll go backwards, it seems. Well, actually, that's not, because Reaver Mark 7 would be the last. But we're going to do Leah Vestry in the Ancient, Robin Hood in the Future. Oh, and there's another Leah Vestry in the Modern. Okay, so we'll do Leah Vestry Ancient first. Let's do Leah Vestry Ancient. So she is taking on the Dragon. So you remember this card here. Let me put it up on the screen. Dragon Sprint. He's a very hungry dragon, but he'll give you a head start. Well, hungry dragon, he's probably going to get full right now. So if he keeps running like this, he's going to get a cramp. So it's a react challenge of 7. Looking at Leah Vestry's symbols, she matches nothing. Her age does not match. So there is no bonuses for her. Her react is 7. So it is an attacker better by 0. Attacker better by 0 is a fail. No. Is anybody going to beat this dragon? So the fail, you gain a good view of the dragon's esophagus. And she is dismissed to a yellow dome. So she's going to a yellow dome. That's number 2. Let's just pull back. Pull back. I think, so we've got a yellow dome over there, a yellow dome over there, and a yellow dome up there. So these two are kind of equidistant between the future dome, and I'm kind of liking the idea of that now. Like just Robin Hood there. Hopefully he's going to be successful in dealing with that one. I don't like that one. That one seems a little out of the way. I kind of like this one. This one has options. She can come down here into the base if she wants. She can go up there to the future dome if she wants. So she's going to go there. But the dragon remains. The dragon is still unbeaten. And then the next Leah Vestry down here in the modern labyrinth. In the modern labyrinth, this is the first time it's being attempted. So I'm just going to reach over, pull out a card, and put up on the screen the card. This is what it says. 1 shot, top of the key, nothing but net. So it's a basketball challenge. It's a throw of 5 challenge. Looking at Leah Vestry, she has a throw of 4. And looking at the symbols, she matches nothing. But she does match the age. So she is getting +1. So her 4 throw becomes a 5 throw. So it is attacker better by 0. Attacker better by 0 is, a maze. So she's done amazing. Skyhook. So she's putting a symbol down. She's putting one of her tokens down. So it goes in this spot here. And she gets 2 cards. And let's see. She will take a secret card. So her secret card is Roman segmentata. Armor composed of metal strips held together with cloth or leather stitch. So it takes 5 strength and 2 intelligence to use, giving her 5 defense. However, she only has a 3 strength. She has the intelligence, 5 intelligence, but she's not strong enough to take this armor, so she's just going to hold on to this. And it's funny how she's not strong enough to wear it, but she's strong enough to carry it around without getting burdened. And for her second, I'm going to go with a secret card again. She gets Gadabout. While riding, cannot enter buildings. +1. Oh, so this would be good with Sheridan. So giving Sheridan 9 speed. 3 strength, 1 intelligence. So she can ride Gadabout, though. So it can give her +1 to her movement. Because she has a 7 movement, this would give her 8. Okay, so that's Gadabout is now with her as well. Now, on the card here, you notice at the bottom you have this yellow 4 letter, and yellow 4, yellow 8. That means that we're going to consult her honor rating, and because she has 4, she gets the 4. If she had 8 or higher, she would also get another one for the 8. So she is getting, because she has a high enough honor, she's getting a bonus. So for that, we grab one of the challenge cards and look at the thing here. Okay, actually, so her honor is 5. I was looking at respect for a second there. So she has an honor of 5. So you can ignore or dismiss or banish. You can ignore the dismiss or banish of this adventure and remain on the space. Good Lord. Yes, please. Okay, so she's not going anywhere. She's just going to stay right there and enjoy pushing this thing forward again next turn, or maybe even go to another spot and just start preparing something else. Put 2 tokens down. That is cool. That is really good. Okay, so that's it for her. Now we're on to Robin Hood. Robin Hood is over here in the Future Dome, and we've had 2 white team members being successful in the Future Dome already. So Robin Hood is just going to start something new here. So this is the card. Into the breach. With no hope of holding the star system against the enemy fleet, you must buy time. So it is an honor of 7 challenge. He does not match any of the symbols, does not match the age, and his honor, as you see, is only 4. So Robin Hood's in a spot of trouble here. I'm going to put it down here preemptively. I'm not feeling good for poor Robin. Actually, I guess I'm going to need it to read the what happens to him. Good or bad. Okay, so it is a defender better by 3. A defender better by 3 is, a fop. He failed that miserably. Not surprised. Doesn't sound like it's not in Robin Hood's wheelhouse. Okay, so a fop. Oh, sorry. A fop is you explain the phrase better part of valor to your captain as you flee the system. And he is banished. Okay, so I'll put that down here for the next person who would like to come and try that. And he is banished to a green dome. So green, where would Team Black like to put him? So we have a green dome there, and we have 2 green domes over here. So I think putting him as far away from possible is wherever he can be useful. I mean, like one of those 2. I mean, that one, again, is a lot of options with that one. So I think Team Black will just put him like over there. Right? So farther away from the colonials. It's the furthest he can get from anywhere useful. I mean, he can just run up there into the tunnel and whatever. But anyway, that's what we're doing with him. Okay, now it's time for some business. We are going to go on with the thing. So again, let's do the least exciting one first, which is Benedict Arnold. Okay, so Benedict Arnold is trying to just get into the base with all the... Oh, actually, there's one other piece of business here. Let's pull up Benedict Arnold's card. So Leah Vestry had amazed on her thing. Benedict Arnold's card says, when an ally amazes an adventure, place a marker on Arnold. When Arnold amazes an adventure, or an ally discards an elite card in his space, remove all markers. If at any point Arnold has 4 markers, he switches side. Afterwards, remove all markers and restart the process. Okay, so I'd forgotten about that. Like maybe I would have taken an elite card then, because then I could remove the marker. But I mean, he has to have 4 markers, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take when you're playing like for more than 2 players, there's these markers here with the orange and the red. I'm going to put one of these red tokens on Benedict Arnold's card. Just that way I know that's what that's for. So he has 1 token now. If he ever gets 4, then he becomes the traitor and switches sides. But it's only 1 right now. Let's just, well, you know what? I guess there could be 3 more mazes on this thing. Now, if okay, so he could amaze right here, right? He could amaze at this moment, trying to just get into the base. Anyway, so he is trying to get in. It's a respect of 7 challenge. He is a respect of 6. So it is an defender better by 1. Defender better by 1 is a success. So he has made it, and just a regular success, not an amaze. So he doesn't lose that token. But now, there are 3 people here who are very good at their jobs. If all 3 of these people amaze right here and now, then Benedict Arnold is going to turn sides. And that would be funny. Okay, so let's start off, let's see. Let's start off Reaver Mark 7. Okay, he is breaking the black team's prison. So what this means then, if the prison is broken, black team will be unable to imprison anybody. Anybody they defeat in combat will have to be killed. So Reaver Mark 7, he is a strength of 8, and this is a 5 strength challenge. So it is an attacker better by 3. Attacker better by 3 is a squeak. Okay, so well, at least he didn't amaze. I was thinking that would be so funny if he did. So just consulting here. Let's see, hold it up. Enemy vault. No. Interrogating prisoners, bringing up prisoners, destroying sites. Okay, so an amaze, a pass, or a squeak. Place your T marker on the space. So it worked. That's all he needed was that squeak. And so that is done. I just want to reference that. So we put a white token there on the space, indicating the space is broken by Team White, and he is dismissed. he is going to a green dome. So a green dome, again, we have a green dome here and here. Those are the only two green domes which are available. So let me have a think. Okay, I'm going to put him here. Okay, again, that's a nice central location. Team White has really been monopolizing that real estate there to good use. And so I think I'm going to keep Reaver Mark 7 there. Okay, so next up we have Sheridan. So Sheridan, he is on the Vortex. And the Vortex is a part of the base which allows you to heal damage which has been done. So if your Team Black comes in there, they could heal their stuff, but not if Sheridan has anything to say about it. Now, again, I didn't have Sheridan use, his experience points here, so he still has 2, so he's not, and that would have to be done in the free action phase. So, but I'm still confident. It is a 5 honor challenge, and he has a honor of 7. So it is attacker better by 2, attacker better by, oh, he failed. So he's failed, that was not broken, and he is going to be dismissed to a blue dome. So he is dismissed to a blue dome. Sheridan. So blue domes are 1 there and 2 there. So he has a movement of 6 currently. You know what? We have a little infestation problem down here with Ulfs and him. So yeah, you know what? I think Sheridan, he's our most combative. Let's have him come deal with this. Okay, and next up we have last up, we have Dr. Panopoulos. So this is the big one here. So Dr. Panopoulos is coming in here to steal from the vault. Now he's not destroying anything. So Team White does have one thing here, but he's not going to break the vault. He wants to steal from the vault, and there is a difference because you can damage the sites, but in this case, this site has something other that can be done. In this case, so he wants to take the cards out of their vault. This is a challenge of 5 wits. Panopoulos has 8 wits, so it is an attacker better by 3. Attacker better by 3 is a pass. So, consulting the back of the book here. So, raiding the enemy vault. On a pass, take 2 cards and you are dismissed. So he's taking 2 cards out of the vault, and there are only 2 cards in the vault, so he takes them both, which was all he needed, really. That's all he wanted. And then he is dismissed to a red dome. Okay, so he goes to a red dome, and hey, you want to come back in there and break it? Well, so a red dome is there and there. So, again, he's not very combative. That is very safe. He's hidden by all that. He's not going to get shot at. Plus, he's got 2 friends there. So, yes. Oh, poor Team Black. They really have a bad location for their base there. But it is what it is. And that is it for the adventuring. There is no reinforcement, so that is it for Team White. So going to pause for a moment here as I think about what I'm going to do for Team Black, and I'll be right back. All right. Well, Team White had a pretty big turn, but Team Black has something pretty big planned in retaliation. In some ways, even a counter, a foil to what the Team White has pulled off. But let's see if they can pull it off. So we're going to start off with free actions. So the only free action that can be, actually there's a couple free actions. First off is on Commodore Blaylock. He's got his experience token. He's going to use that. So I'm flipping that over to the active side. So that, remember, he starts with 2. So this is the second one. He's now out of experience points. So this is going to increase all his stats, except like health and armor. Well, anyway, the important ones, right? And then Milena Arabato. She has a 7 movement, but she's not going to go for the full movement. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. I think she has to go to there. Yeah. The point being is I want her to just be a, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he won't make it to Bill Hickok this turn if he goes that way. So yeah, so if he goes around this way, he's not going to get Bill. I'm more worried about him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just don't want him to be attacking Dr. Ulf or the Ulfs because the Ulfs are trying to break into the base. Not exactly their forte, but let's see what we can do. Cannot receive. She can give away cards. Okay, so my consideration was I could move Maria further down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, she wouldn't even make it. She could come there, and then one of the Ulfs could start coming down here to come to the low gate. Taking Melena's card. But that's going to be like a couple turns of just stalling and things, and then even then Sheridan will make it around. It's just better to just try. Let's see this. Maybe the Ulfs will get lucky. So sorry, Bill Hickok is my next one with movement. He's doing nothing. Oh, sorry, we're still looking at, I'm getting ahead of myself again with things, because it's free action for Commodore Blade. There is one more free action, and that is Agent 911. Agent 911 has here a secret passage. So free action, if the owner of this secret does not have an enemy within 5 aura and is in a space bordered by a cavern wall, he finds a secret passage in one section of the wall, his choice of section. From then on, the owner and all allies can move freely through that wall section in either direction. So he is going to put a secret passage right here. So there's now a secret passage in that spot. So there's a secret passage into the back of Lith Slayer, which is going to be interesting for Team Black, as now they can have a lot of access to Lith Slayer from 2 directions. And also making these domes a little more, especially those black domes up there, more useful. So that's it for free action. So now Melena has done her movement. Commodore Blaylock, with his now 7 movement, is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 into the Wailing Cave. So the Wailing Cave is, if Commodore Blaylock is successful, is going to strip Team White of cards that they have, unrevealed cards. So that is his hope. Agent 911, oh sorry, again, Abrada's gone, Hickok is not moving. Agent 911 is going to, now he, 1 wits. So he always has the chance on adventuring to get amazes in, check luck, a 7 automatic amaze. Yeah, his stats are terrible though. Like, he's got great honor though. His honor is great, but the honor counts for nothing in Lith Slayer. He also has this big black bomb that he can't use. So I think what he's going to do, he's just going to come into here into Liths and give her a bomb. Why not? And then Karina's Carl's daughter, she is going to say bye-bye to Ace Cannon and move down into the Colonial Labyrinth to try and push that thing forward to give herself and Elgato and Hickok +1 to hit. So that sounds like a good plan, because my best fighters are Colonial. Or Team Black's best fighters are Colonial. I say my because I'm playing them this turn. And then Maria Ulf. So all 3 Ulfs are going to attempt the stealth challenge to break into the white base. Now, as you will recall, they have the Wasp, giving them +2. So if needed, if it's going to make a difference, one of the Ulfs this turn can use that. Only one, so all Ulfs share 1 pool of cards, but only 1 Ulf each turn can use one of those cards. So, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they don't need it at all. And then Elgato. Elgato, he is trying... Elgato and Arabato. Just really kind of noticing that. 1, 2... So let's just Focus on where he's going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So again, trying that hungry dragon. How much can this dragon eat? And then Sven the Netmender has a 6 movement. And looking at Sven's card, you see like a lot of his things are untested. But he's strong, that's for sure. So in the different Lith's chambers, so you have the Wailing Cave, and in the Wailing Cave, you are getting rid of enemy cards. In the Obsidian Fangs, you are banishing enemies or dismissing them. And in the Reflecting Pool, you are making the enemy reveal their cards. So he would be very good here because we know he's strong. His wits are only 4, so he's not going to be as good there, and he doesn't have any cards to give. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think he's just going to come into here, and next turn he will try the Obsidian Fangs. So that's going to be his contribution. Or do I want to go for the... There's always the chance he could amaze there and get a Lith Tribute, which is good, but I mean... Yeah, you know what? I think that's where I want to go with that. I think that's the better choice. So we'll leave it at that. And that's it for the movement. So Opfire, there is no Opfire to be had. All of Team White is in domes or not near anybody who has a... Or don't have a gun. I don't actually think anybody on Team White has a gun right now. I mean, Ace Cannon has a blowpipe, but he's too dumb to use it. Yeah, it takes a 5 intelligence, and he only has a 4. Okay, so we go on to melee, and there is no melee. So we go on to adventuring. So with adventuring, we will let's okay, well, we'll start with Commodore Blaylock. Okay, we'll go down in order of respect. I think this is the way I want to do it. Well, I think I'll leave Ulf till last because it's going to be interesting how many Ulfs make it through. All right, so first off, Commodore Blaylock. He is in the Wailing Cave, and it is, as I say, a 5 wits challenge. He has 8 wits. Plus 1 for his experience points is 9 wits. So he has an attacker better by 4. Attacker better by 4 is an amaze. So he has done it. He has done it. So it says, choose an enemy with no more than 4 cards. That enemy must place all cards in his vault. You are dismissed. Gain 1 Lith Tribute point. So I will put a Lith Tribute point. It was easier when I had the Lith thing out hanging off the side, like one of the domes here, or the vault or something. I don't want to put... How am I going to do this? Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to write it down. I'm going to get a piece of paper here, and I'm going to write it down for the Lith Tribute point. So they have 1 Lith Tribute point. And so an enemy with no more than 4. Well, hello, Panopolis. How many cards do you have? Oh, you have 1, 2, 3. Thank you. So all your cards are now in your vault. That was the dangerous thing. That was what I was really hoping for, was because if he just passed, it would only have been 2 cards, and it couldn't have been Panopolis. I would have done Vestry, just get rid of her 2 cards. But he had 3 unrevealed cards. So I want to try and get rid of those, because otherwise he starts passing those around. Actually, let's just remind ourselves, what did he have? What did he get from the thing? So he had a Fong's Prison, Staying Hand, and a Phase Cube. Oh, which could have been helpful. Okay. So that is gone. So Panopolis is now Santa without the sack. No presents to give. And that's... then he's dismissed. So just all placed in the vault. You are dismissed and gain 1 Lith Tribute point. Yep. So Blaylock goes to a... Oh, sorry, that's a white card. Wrong deck. From the other side, he's going to a black dome. So black, he could come up there to these domes up here, or to those domes up there. So those are there's 6 black domes, and they're all up the top there. Now, keep in mind that we now have a snazzy secret passage into the back here. That could be kind of cool. Just keep stripping Team White of all their cards. Or do we want to just push for more labyrinth points? Yeah, I think it's probably better to just go for the points and stop trying to be reactive to what Team White is doing. Just do your own thing. So we're gonna go up there. We're gonna just keep trying that dragon. Not trying the dragon. Trying that labyrinth. I mean, hopefully at this point the dragon will be gone. Hopefully Elgato will finally beat it. And that's for Blaylock. So Arabato is not doing anything. Hickok's not adventuring. Agent 911. Let me just check this. Yeah, just confirming that it's done in the adventuring phase, and it is. So it has to be an unrevealed card. So he is just putting that secret passage up here so I don't forget that it's there. And he's giving the big black bomb. So that is now given to Lith. So we'll get rid of that card, and that's another point. So now Team Black has 2 Lith tribute points, and he is dismissed. So he is going to a black dome. So he is cardless, but you know what? I think the thought of him trying to do some of his cool stuff with his goofy abilities, and also it's maybe not a bad idea just to go where there's already buddies. So he's going to go up there with Commodore Blaylock. Next is Karina Karlsdottir. The Colonial Labyrinth was beaten last time, so she's going to attempt it again. And this card says, Time Machine. Be very careful or you will maroon yourself somewhen. It is a 6 intelligence challenge. She doesn't match any of the symbols, but she does match the age. She has a 5 intelligence, so by matching the age, it gives her a +1, so it's a 6 intelligence. And so it is an attacker better by 0. Attacker better by 0 says, ooh, she amazed it. Wowzers. So amaze, look at the card. You eventually invent a small wearable time machine that allows you swift, accurate travel to anywhen. So she gains, she moves this down, obviously. So this token is now there. So now all colonial characters are getting +1 to hit in all their attacks. She gets 2 cards, and now she can trade cards with allies within 2 aura rather than only with allies in her space. So she's good that way. I am going to give her 2 common cards. Okay, so give her 2 common cards. So the first card is a sniper rifle. Hey, Hickok. Oh, he's not good with sniper rifles, though. For all the cards, he doesn't have that symbol there. He could use it, though, because it's powerful. Okay, so he's just got a sniper rifle and Hammer's Badge. Reveal when drawn, owner's power equals the honor rating. A badge cannot be traded. So the penetrate, power, I call it penetrate, but yes, that's power. So her honor rating. So her honor rating is 5. So she now has a power of 5. Wowzers. And that has to be, this is something she can't pass off. A badge cannot be traded, placed in a vault, or used for any adventure payment, lost or dropped in any way. But if a character causes damage to the owner, the attacker receives the badge immediately. And this way is passed from character to character. If the owner is killed, other than by a character, discard the badge. Okay, so she now has that, and she has to reveal that one, but the sniper rifle is still hidden. Okay, so she now went from a 3 power to a 5 power. Impressive. And now also, you notice because she amazed, it's a 3 and a 7 on the honor rating. She has an honor of 5, so she gets the 3, but not the 7. So pulling a challenge card says gain an experience marker. Okay, so she's gaining an experience marker. So we'll put that on her. Wow, I'm seeing more experience markers this game than I have seen in any other game before. This is crazy. Experience markers are usually something that don't happen at all. In this game, they're all over the place. All right, so that's it for Karina's Karlsdottir. Oh, she has to be dismissed. She is dismissed to a red dome. She's going to a red. So I think there's only one more red dome, and that is right here. That's the only red dome that's available. So that is where she's going. Boing. And there she goes. Okay. Yeah, and Sheridan might want to think twice about messing with her. She's so powerful. Good penetrate. And he doesn't know what other things she's got there. So anyway, enough talking. That's it for Karina's Karlsdottir. We have Maria Ulf and Elgato. So I think, like I said, I want to do Elgato first. So Elgato, can you beat this dragon, please? So the dragon, let's pull up the card again here. NC versus Elgato. So it's a 7 react challenge. He has an 8. He doesn't match the age. He doesn't match the symbols. So it is an attacker better by 1. An attacker better by 1 is, huzzah, a pass, finally. So attacker better by 1. So now that says, it says, catch me if you can, Overside's Rock Squatter. Yeah, you talk tough after you've just been, you're beaten before. So anyway, so he's getting 2 cards. Now, what does he have currently? He has that 1 common card. So he has the grenades. I'm not exactly good with grenades, but actually he's not terrible. He's got a 6 throw. 6 throw. He's pretty decent. He's better than average anyway. And so he's getting 2 cards. Now he is a warrior, so I am going to take 2 common cards. Just cutting the deck here. So the first one is a Light Master. Sorry, a Light Mazer. Personal protection version of the military Mazer series. Energy exciter, shaping electric magnet energy in a spiked microwave beam. 5 power, not penetrate, and 2 damage. He's not great with the hand, but you know who is good with this is Bill Hickok. Bill Hickok would get +1 to hit with this because he has that. Even though he's a colonial, he does have this special. I guess pistols are pistols are pistols. Yeah, so it's a little bit. It doesn't have the same range as the compression rifle, but doesn't need it up there. Anyway, we'll see if we can get this to him somehow. So that's with Elgato. And the second thing is this Hutep's Jeweled Blade. Ooh, and that's exactly the kind of thing he likes. So he's getting +1 to hit with this. Unearthed 2014 in the lost tomb of a deposed pharaoh. Some say that the blade is cursed. Others say it's blessed. Others simply die mysteriously after owning it. On an amazed result, he could heal or die. So now, these things, he matches them anyway, but it wouldn't matter if he did or didn't because he matches this symbol. He has this symbol on his card, so he's getting +1 to hit with this. This is exactly the kind of thing he was hoping for. All right, so Elgato is done that. Oh, we need to put a black token onto this space here. That's going to help Sven. Sven is the only ancient character on Team Black, but again, labyrinth points are labyrinth points. And now he's being dismissed to a red. Now, there are no more red domes. So that means Elgato can go wherever he wants to. And where does he want to go? So let's see. Vestry can move 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if she goes that way, you know what? I will do that. For the simple thing, just thinking, so he's going to come over here to this blue dome here. Because this way, if, Vestry doesn't have a lot to do over this way, and coming this way is just longer. But if she chooses to come this way, she's not going to make it into the labyrinth, so he will be able to get her there. Right? And he is extra souped up for combat now. Not that she should know that, right? So that's where he's going. And that's done. That's done. Now we have the Alfs. So let's see if the Alfs can break into the white base and start to repay the favor. Okay, so let's go with Alf number 1. So now each Alf is going to be the same. We're looking at the main gate here. It's a 7 stealth challenge. Pull up Alf on the screen, and we see Alf only has a 4 stealth. Womp womp. So the Alfs are operating at a attacker better by 3. Now I'm just kind of thinking about this. So like, would I have to use this? Would I have to say I'm using this to begin with, or use it like if I have to use it? +2 was. No, it's saying it doesn't say anything about activating the free action phase or anything. So she'll use it. She has to, right? It's just if it's going to make a difference to her to get in, like one of these ulfs, then I'll use it. So it is a attacker better by 3. So let's look at ulf number 1. Sorry, defender better by 3 is a fail. So if it was defender better by 1, it would be a pass and she'd be in. So ulf number 1 uses it and is in the base. Okay. Ulf number 2 is on her own now. Defender better by 3 is a fop. Now, trying to break into the base on a fop. Okay, just confirming there is no penalty for the fop beyond just not getting in. So ulf number 2, I'll just put her here for now. And ulf number 3 is again defender better by 3, and that is also a fop. So these ulfs, these other ulfs are not making in, but we have one ulf in. Okay, and so next turn she'll be able to go and start doing some shenanigans inside the base. And so that is it for the adventuring this turn. We are then going on to the reinforcement phase, of which there is none. So that is it for the turn. So as it stands, successful turns for both teams. They both got a lot of things done. Some really interesting things starting to cook up here. And I don't think we have any sort of real clear person in the lead right now. It's a really interesting matchup so far. So let's take you to the final scorings and close it off from there. Just remember, if you're enjoying this video, please do remember to hit like and subscribe. It does help the channel. I know it's you hear this all the time with every video, but it is what it is. We say it because we mean it, because it helps us. We like getting the attention, but also it helps the algorithms of YouTube to promote our videos. So do appreciate you doing that if you haven't already. But until next time, I'm your host, Craig Thompson Wood, saying thanks for coming to the classroom.